I want to talk about Cormier because I guess Cormier moved into that position. They always said they didn't want to be in the same weight class, I think, because they were both from AKA. But Cain now, how's he doing? He's on bail. Is he training a little bit?
Well, Daniel, we'll go with Daniel. Daniel came in, when he came in, Cain Velasquez opened the doors for him, showed him everything, the brotherhood formed right away. So,
do you ever have that very often where there's two guys in the same weight division that know one day they'll be going for the same title that help each other that much?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. John Fitch, Josh Koscheck were like that.
But AKA fighters don't fight each other?
No, unless it's for a title.
Okay.
I won't allow it.
But a title, you would.
Yeah, of course. That's what the pinnacle is all about.
Okay.
Go for the title. It's stupid to tell somebody you can't support your family. You got to let him support his family. No. If one is champion and the other one gets offered the title shot, you should take it. We'll just figure out what we need to do. But if you two are striving to go for the title and they want you to fight each other when you're not one's the champion, why? You're going to destroy the team.
Okay.
So I wouldn't allow that. No way. Okay. But if one's the champion, absolutely.
It's a good policy.
Yeah. No, we won't break that. Never.
Okay. So Cormier comes in and he's learning all this stuff from Cain. And Cormier has that wrestling background as well. And that AK mentality. I remember Cormier, a lot of those guys, they're trying to mentally break each other in that AKA gym. I've even seen Khabib training in there. It seems like everyone's trying to mentally break each other in there. That's probably thanks to you.
No, it's just the iron sharpens iron. Okay. It has nothing to do with me. That's just their competitiveness. And maybe it has something to do with me that I allowed it, maybe, in that regard. But it's if you're not a warrior, you're not a warrior.
Right.
And these guys were warriors.
And it is a mental game.
Oh, big time.
So you allow it because that's what makes those champions.
Well, of course, you got to let them be champions. You got to let him be a warrior. If a warrior's a warrior, you got to stop him and go do your studies.
Yeah.
He's a warrior. Let him do what a warrior does. You have to. And you got to turn a blind eye. I turned a blind eye quite a few times. Trust me, I'm things I want. But it's what are you gonna do?
I've heard Cormier talk about the wrestling room, at college, and just how it was just the mental trying to break each other, trying to get a guy to where they could just make him cry. Break. I mean, that's the mentality of a wrestler like that, isn't it? And that's what you need.
Cormier brings that. Daniel brings that. He brought that to AK. He completed us. When he first came to the gym, I looked at him and I said to the manager, I said, hey, I don't know about this guy as a fighter, but I don't care. He's a great coach. I want him here. I'm all for him. And it wasn't until I trained him for the first time that I watched what he did in sparring, like he's been doing it his whole life. That's when I knew he was going to be a champion. But not. I didn't know when I first saw him. I knew he was a great coach. And I wanted him there because we had no wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have any wrestling.
And what did you see in his mind? What did you see in his character?
Right away, when he came to train with us, he started helping wrestling. Right away, he started telling guys what to do. I said, oh, he's a natural leader. We need that. See, Cain Velasquez didn't do that. He did mind his own thing. He did listen to this. Josh Koscheck didn't do that. John Fitch didn't do that. Nobody did that. Daniel Cormier, right away, started teaching. I go, this is a natural wrestling, and he's a leader.
Okay.
So that's what.
But that doesn't mean he's going to become a champion.
No, it didn't mean he was going to be a champion. Right. But then when I worked with him and he went out and did what he did, I said, holy shit. I'll give you a funny story about Daniel. You're going to laugh. Daniel remembers this obviously really well. So I used to tell Cain every time he sparred with Daniel, go easy on him. Don't go too hard. Daniel's a competitor. Daniel is a competitor. Daniel overheard me. He goes, Hop, what'd you say? I said, nothing. I said, no. What'd you say? I said nothing, Daniel. He goes, no, Hop, you told him to go easy on me? I said, yeah. Bullshit. No, you better, he's got to go hard. I said, no, Daniel, you can't handle his level right now. Nah, bullshit. Let him go hard. I don't want him to go easy on me. No, tell him to go hard. Cain's like a Terminator type guy. I looked at Cain and said, all right, Cain, go for it.
Terminator how? When you turn him on full, he'll go for it?
Yes.
He'll just kill.
Yeah, you tell him kill, he'll kill. Okay? I looked at Cain, I said, all right, Cain, go. Blood everywhere.
Broke Cormier's nose.
Yes. Blood everywhere like this. And Daniel's like this. I go, Daniel, you're okay. Daniel's going, yeah, Hub, I'm okay. I'm going, oh my God.
Bad coach.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay, but Daniel got
That's because I didn't expect it to happen that quick, something bad. I was going to stop it after Daniel got a taste of what it was like to go with the all-out cane. It wasn't until later that he was able to go with all-out cane. But this is early. You got to remember, he was a wrestler. He didn't know how to strike that well. So you're talking about a polished guy like Kane who was really skilled and can hit pretty hard now against a guy that was just a great wrestler. I mean, Daniel was one of the greatest wrestlers in the U.S., six-time U.S. American champion and this national champion. And, you know, I mean, he lost to Chael Sanderson. And he lost to the great ones. You know, Daniel didn't lose to no chumps. He lost to the great ones, you know. So Daniel was a great wrestler, but he wasn't a striker yet. And he wasn't an MMA fighter like Kane was. So when he said that, oh my God, like,
that takes him out of sparring for a little while.
Yeah, but he's such a warrior. He'll come back. He'll do things like Daniel is a special breed, man. When he fought for the title with Josh Barnett, and it was the Strike Force, and he was an alternate. We put him as an alternate because that's the way we can get him in. He won the whole damn thing. And then if you watch the fight, you see how he ragdolled Josh, right? Because of the wrestling, and he became a good striker. And then Josh Barnett broke his hand. He broke his hand, and they were focusing on his hand. And after the fight, I'm saying, man, that Josh Barnett, he's something special, man. He's broken hand. And Daniel goes, yeah, I broke my hand too. I go, what? You broke your hand? When did you break your hand? It goes early in the round. And he looked at it, went, shit, his hand was broken. I go, Daniel, why didn't you tell us? He goes, because you guys were going to stop the fight, and you weren't going to stop this fight. You are not going to stop this fight. And I said, what is Daniel Cormier? That's a warrior.
Right.
You're going to have to kill this guy to stop him because he ain't stopping for nothing. The last fight he had was Stipe. Stipe, ironically, right, the first two fights, it was Daniel that poked Stipe in the eye accidentally, right? Ironically, at the last fight, it was Stipe that poked Daniel in the eye. He got his finger almost all the way, halfway in his eye, right? Daniel couldn't see from that eye. We didn't know that. He didn't say nothing. The doctor came in, looked, and he said, yeah, you can see. He couldn't see. He went to the doctor. His eyesight didn't come back to a day or so later. Could not see. It was one eye, you know. But you couldn't tell because he wouldn't let you. And you think he was going to let the doctor stop him? Hell no. No, not this guy. No. I was so impressed with him. I was like, wow, this guy's amazing.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make? Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street and I learned this. The biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.